Growing up, I was a huge fan of That 70s Show. I watched reruns when they were on, owned the DVDs, and rewatched them often. I wrote fan fiction, I drew fan art, and I can't draw at all, so that should tell you something. So to say I was looking forward to sequel series That 90s Show, which is now streaming on Netflix, would be an understatement. But was the new series worth the 17-year wait? That 90s Show follows teenage Leia Foreman, spending the summer with her grandparents Red and Kitty in her parents' hometown of Point Place, Wisconsin. Like the original series, our slightly dorky protagonist is joined in her hijinks and adventures by a band of local teenagers who don't fit in anywhere else, but certainly fit in with each other, whether or not they want to admit it. Like its predecessor, That 90s Show does a great job of capturing an era that is just recent enough to feel current, while also being just long enough ago that those of us with active memories of 1995 can feel nostalgic about the way we were. It's also not so if you know about the era that a younger audience can't get anything out of it. If anything, it gravitates more towards the idea that the struggle of being a teenager and the life or death stakes that comes with the slightest inconvenience has not changed. The new cast, Leia, Gwen, Jay, Nate, Nikki, and Ozzy, both feel like spiritual successors to their 70s counterparts while also managing to stand out on their own. The newer landscape of TV, 10 episodes instead of 24, very little guarantee of another season, etc., means that those character beats that typically help an audience get to know the characters better feel like they happen a lot quicker this time. That said, as an ensemble, the new kids all do well at establishing who their characters are, and by season's end even manage to push past the box that a first episode snap judgment might trap them in. There are several moments and character choices that came as a positive surprise, like Leia and Gwen's quick ride-or-die bond and a sweet scene between Ozzy and Kitty. Jay and Nate's friendship also came as a shock to me, not because it exists, but because when I was growing up, two young guys being as close as they are would have been the subject of jokes about the true nature of their relationship. I kept expecting someone to make a comment along those lines, played for laughs, but no. It irritates Nikki in that it cuts in on her time with Nate, but otherwise, their intensely supportive friendship was allowed to go forth unchallenged. Although, side note, I do think it's a little weird that Jay Kelso and Leia Foreman never actually met before the summer of 1995. Like, you mean to tell me that Eric and Donna just stopped talking to Jackie and Michael when they graduated? Like, I still talk to my high school friends. But I don't know. That part was a little odd, but what are you going to do? Sitcom, new boy, new girl, that kind of stuff. Anyway, fans of the original series will also be excited to see that nearly the entire old gang shows up again, even if just for a brief where they now check in. If you're me, you're also happy to see that bizarre Jackie Fez decision from the final season of That 70s Show has been reversed quietly. Though the art of the traditional sitcom feels harder and harder to nail down these days, That 90s Show benefits from having a net of familiar gags and recurring bits and locations to fall back on, and to explore in a new era, with new characters. Sure, some of the humor is corny, but I don't know anyone who comes to a sitcom not expecting some degree of corny. Honestly, apart from one moment bafflingly played for laughs when it shouldn't have been, and another very strange 11th hour decision, the first season of That 90s Show manages to deliver a solid batch of episodes that will delight fans of the original while also drawing in a whole new audience.